Megan will leave you here with Mike Pierce, who's facing Josh Koscheck this Saturday at UFC 143. Mike, you asked for this fight. You called out Josh. Why?
I saw an opportunity. GSP ended up getting hurt, and Carlos Condit and Diaz got the fight. Left Josh without an opponent, so I talked to my coaches and thought it would be a good idea to call the guy out and hopefully fight him, and I got my wish, so I'm looking forward to that.
I mean, you don't call out a guy you don't think you can easily beat. So where do you feel you have the advantages over Josh?
I think I got some advantages in the striking. I think I got some advantages in the clinch, especially up against the cage. And these are things we're looking to do. I'm looking to get him on his heels and get him backing up the whole fight.
You fought his teammate, John Fitch, to a decision. Do you feel like that experience will actually help you because you train so closely with Koscheck?
Yes and no. I mean, I think it'll help in some respects because they were training partners, but I think they're two different fighters. They, have different styles. Stylistically, I think it'll be a good matchup. Josh likes to throw some heat and wrestle, and so do I. So I think it'll make for an exciting fight.
Yeah, he actually obviously has a wrestling background like you, but he relies on that overhand right a lot. Is that something that you've prepared for in this camp, just for Josh to go for that or go right to the mat?
Yeah, I mean, he likes to clip people with that. I mean, even against another well-respected wrestler in Matt Hughes, he was throwing that and also his uppercut. So it's definitely something I've been preparing for in this camp and anticipate to happen on the 4th.
Now, a win over Josh would really propel you in the welterweight division. Where do you think that would have you if you get the victory?
Hopefully place me somewhere in the top 10. I mean, Josh is, I think, like number 7 or something like that. I mean, he's definitely in the top 10, and he's already had a championship fight with GSP, and that doesn't happen by accident. So he's a good fighter and well-rounded, and I think a victory over him would definitely put me in a good spot.
What do you think about the other welterweights, Nick Diaz and Carlos Condit? How do you see that fight playing out?
Oh, man. Just a war. I mean, that's how I see it. I think most people are pretty excited to see that. Carlos doesn't like to lose. He's tough as nails, and he'll just keep going to the bitter end. Diaz the same way. He can take a lot of punishment. He'll just keep coming. He has cardio forever. So I think it's going to come down to who wants it more that night.
All right, and finally, I've got to talk to you about this. A few weeks ago, there was a little bit of drama surrounding you and Rick's story and the airing of skeletons. Has that whole thing been behind you now, or what's the status?
That story is so old, it's ridiculous. It's been dead for a number of years now, and yeah, I've already said my piece on that.
Why was it brought up so recently, you think?
Because no one had ever asked the question. No one ever asked the question of why I left or whatever, and I was asked the question, I answered it honestly, and it became a much bigger issue than I ever thought it was going to be. So, it's in the past, and I'm over it.
Okay, so no more drama, folks.
Absolutely.
No more.
No more.
All right, well, thank you so much. Good luck on Saturday.
I appreciate it.
Thanks.